This year, the Nitro is back in a new 4G of thought. The Canvas Nitro 4G runs on a new processor, one that we're testing for the first time. This is the first phone in India to be powered by the new Qualcomm Snapdragon 415 SoC. This is a quad-core SoC, which is a higher clock speed than the current Snapdragon 410. Build and design. Unlike last year, Micromax has drastically changed its build quality. Like many other Canvas branded phones we have seen recently, the Micromax Canvas Nitro 4G offers a well-built body. The phone is entirely made out of plastic, but the quality is comparable to the HTC's Desire range. It is lightweight and feels sturdy in the hand. Design is another important aspect which Micromax has worked upon. Be it the metallic finish on the sides or the pleasant-to-touch mattish back, the design feels well polished for a budget phone. The curved back adds to the ergonomics of the phone even more. The side keys are well spaced and offer good travel and feel, as good as one can get in this budget segment. Display and UI. While the Xiaomi Mi 4i still has the best display in the sub-15K category, the 720p display in the Nitro 4G is not bad either. The display offers true-to-life colors and saturation. It can be viewed from extreme angles and offers a very light and responsive touch experience. The UI, on the other hand, is same old, same old. The Android experience of the phone is kept stock for the most part. One minor issue we would like to mention is Micromax needs to trim down the number of preloaded apps it puts on its devices. Performance. As mentioned earlier, this is the first phone to bring the Qualcomm Snapdragon 415 to India. We have been using the phone for a week now, and we can say that while the performance does feel satisfactory, it is not as fast as the Snapdragon 615. Although it does manage to gallop past the Snapdragon 410 by a considerable margin, which is currently being used by almost every sub-8K smartphone, and even some sub-15K phones like the Moto G 3rd Gen. The Canvas Nitro comes with 2 gigs of RAM and handle day-to-day tasks without hassles. Comparing synthetic benchmarks to the competition though, we found that the phone is just an average performer. That of course is a simulation, which means real-life practical usage should suit comparatively light users. Battery. The Canvas Nitro 4G managed about 6 hours of screen time, which is above average, although we have seen better. In a normal workday with calls, music streaming, texting, and occasional gaming, the Nitro 4G was able to last us till dusk before requiring a quick change. Camera. Unlike the middling processor and battery performance, the 13-megapixel rear camera on the Canvas Nitro 4G is good. Images taken by the camera are slightly oversaturated, but the dynamic range is decent, and we believe Micromax can fix it with the software update. Unless, of course, it's a conscious choice, since many users prefer oversaturated colors. Image processing time, camera shutter speed, and autofocus turned out to be one of the best in the category. However, the shutter does linger a little longer while taking images in low-light conditions. Bottom line, Micromax is unable to beat the playing field with the Canvas Nitro 4G. Moreover, the new phone is unable to repeat what last year's model achieved. But like many other Micromax phones recently, the Nitro 4G proves that Micromax has come a long way in terms of design, camera, and in building a smartphone overall. While phones like Xiaomi Mi 4i or the Asus Zenfone 2 will give you better performance at a similar price, to people against offline buying, the Micromax Canvas Nitro 4G will be served up as an option at the retailer's counter, and it will be able to do the job for lighter users.